Hey, this is Luis at bladeforums.com and as an atheist on YouTube. I'm going to just do a quick review on the Vantage Pro. This is the larger model of the series, of the Vantage Pro series, or the Vantage series. It's got the 3 1/4 inch blade with a 4 1/8 inch handle. Let me show you this blade. The actual blade just comes with a box, a little paper for a warranty slip, and the blade. Alright, the blade. Specifications, quick features, etc. You have G10 scales with a smooth texture, nice traction, very nice traction, comfortable on the hands. It's not rough like some other textures. You have an S30v Blade, very nice blade, very nice. Came sharp, it's shaving sharp. However, it's not as sharp. It didn't come as sharp as my CRKT 111. But then again, this is a cheap Chinese. Well, not a cheap. Pardon me. That's not a proper word to use. It's an inexpensive steel to use, which is the Chinese equivalent of Aus 8. Okay, so it's very easy to sharpen for manufacturers. So yeah, you could put a much sharper edge on it, but doesn't last as long. Doesn't last anywhere near as long. This is the reason why I ended up getting this blade here with the S30v steel. This one, great knife, very nice fit and finish. Everything's good on the knife. Everything. Handle is very comfortable. Not very good traction. It's a side tail handle. It's a nice knife and everything, you know. I love it. I do. I like it. The only issue is that the steel doesn't hold an edge very well. I was using it to carve some wood. Didn't even get that much carving done. And the edge was lost. It was dull. I could run my finger around it. I could press down and rub it. It wouldn't cut. Wouldn't cut paper. Wouldn't cut cloth. Wouldn't cut much. It cut fruit, things like that. Or cut like soft materials that, you know, are easy to cut already. You know, you could use the freaking spoon and cut a spoon. You could use a spoon and cut an apple if you really wanted to. Simply because it's a hard material. So overall, like the CRKT knife, yeah, it's nice. It's a good knife. It's a good value. Yes, but I needed something a little better. I need something with a little better edge retention, so I got the S30v steel. Okay. So the grind is a flat grind compared to the hollow grind of my CRKT 111. According to CRKT, the CRKT Lake 111 is supposed to be a flat grind. It's not. It's a hollow ground. It's like a mix between flat and hollow. It's more hollow though. It's definitely a hollow grind. So that's that. This blade is a flat grind. It's definitely a flat grind. No doubt about it. No doubt about it at all. You can tell whenever you put something flat on the surface if it's a hollow grind or if it's a convex grind. And you look at the shadow. If the shadow is curved, it's curved, and that means it's going to be depending on how it curves, it's going to be either convex or a hollow grind. If it's just straight flat, it's a flat grind, obviously. Like I said, the blade came very nice and sharp, very nice sharpness. I've only used it to cut a few things, cloth, a little bit, you know, a box, paper, a cup that I need to discard, but I need to discard in compact manner. A couple bottles, 2-liter bottles, to get them a little more compact. So, for example, I'll probably show you guys whenever I cut this one. Very nice knife. I liked it all. It came with 5 issues, which I will post a link for the thread. 1 issue was major, but I'm not going to discuss it in this video. It will be too long. But there was 5 issues with the blade, which were 4 of them were acceptable. I understand. It's fine. 1 of them was not acceptable though, and you just can read up on that on the description. Okay. The blade. Let's see. Let's talk about the blade and the knife. Actually, more the knife. The clip is very nice. It's sturdy. It's very hard, which is good for 2 reasons. Which is good and bad, actually. It's good because you could use it on pockets, jeans. You know, you could use it on the liner of the jean, and there won't be an issue with clipping it. You just slide it in, no problem. thin materials, thin fabrics, you know, things like that, no problem. You can clip it on with no problem. The issue will come if you ever need to maybe clip it on a thick belt, thick leather belt. You might have an issue there. You might require a little more force. It should still work with no problem, but you might have an issue with the. You might require a little more force. It's not as flexible as my CRKT 111, but that's okay. Why? Why would I prefer? I prefer this kind of clip, but why would I prefer it? If you ever wear the knife on your pocket and the pocket is it's not a tight fit, you know, it's a loose pocket, you know, it's a cargo pocket or something. If you ever go out to run, you're running for whatever reason, you know, you're jogging or whatever, you have it clipped onto you. If the clip is flexible, remember, whenever you're running, your body, your muscles are expanding and contracting. This means that your genes have to conform to that extracting and to the extracting and expanding. So what happens? Your gene, if the clip is not tight, it's not hard, it's not stiff, the blade can start to crawl up and it could fall off. If you used a softer clip like this one, it would probably begin to crawl. It's not soft enough to the point where I would say it'll probably fall, but it's not hard enough to the point where I say it wouldn't crawl. This kind of clip would probably crawl up the jeans, and maybe if I did it for extended periods of time, running or whatever, it could fall off. So the clip is good. I like the clip. It's stiff. It's good. You know, you could be sure that this blade is not going to be falling off on you. The blade shape is very good too. It's got a very nice blade shape for general use, I think. At least for my general use, is cutting crap like, you know, bottles if I ever need to, for disposing, you know, cutting boxes open, cutting packaging tape, things like that. Cutting whatever I need to cut in daily tasks. It's a good blade shape. It's not big and it's not too wide enough to where you can't get into small places. But it's also not thin enough to where you might not feel too comfortable cutting harder objects like maybe wood, maybe using it to maybe cut open some soft, harder fruits or something like that. You could trust that this knife would cut it, no problem. Okay, so overall I'm very happy with the knife. I managed to fix the issues, which I will mention in the bottom on the description. I managed to fix all the issues, very nice. The blade has very beautiful action for opening. It's very smooth. You could use your thumb with no problem at all. And you can use the little flipper and then, you know, whoa. You could flip it open with no problem. You can use both hands if you want. Good action there. There's no play on the blade. No play at all. The only play that there is whenever it's closed. But that's of course because of the way that this is the construction of the blade. This is the sign. And that's how it is. It's supposed to have some play. My CRKT doesn't have much play at all. Actually, even when closed, has very little play. Even when open, it's got very little play. Right now it's got a little bit of play, but I need to go ahead and tighten that fit. It's a very good blade, locks up solidly. I've bashed on it before, like I've hit on it very hard to make sure that the blade was not gonna pop open on me. It did not. It's good. Good stuff. Great blade for the value. I paid around $44, $46. They used to go down as low as $36, $37, according to some people buying them from what was it? I think my corner store, I believe it was, and some other places. The cheapest I could find it on a few retailers, my corner store, I believe, also was like $44, $47 shipped. Great blade. I mean, come on, S30v steel, good edge retention according to specifications. I haven't been able to properly test it in terms of like cutting tons and tons of cardboard, but overall that's very good. Now for a little quick demonstration. As you can see there, cuts incredibly well. It's sharp, very sharp. As for cordless cutting, and it came with a good edge, great blade. And if you're ever in the market for something in budget, you want something that's got a little edge retention to it, you should probably go for the Vantage Pro. There's other models. I mean, there's other blades though. But if this suits your style, you can pick it up, give it a try. I know I'm happy with it. I am happy with it. I'm very upset though with Buck about the liner lock. I'll just have to address it right now. I'll just give it an addressment. This requires addressing. One of the issues, the biggest issue which I had, which was unforgivable, was that the liner lock would not engage. As you guys may know or not, the Vantage Pro came with the Vantage series came with a few issues in quality control with the machining. The blade would not align properly and it would hit the metal. This one had that issue too, but I fixed it. I'll let you guys know in the description how I fixed it. But the liner lock would not engage. The only time it would engage is whenever the blade, if I would grab the blade firmly and just pop the blade back very, very firmly with pressure, and then it would engage the lock. If I use my thumb, it would not engage no matter how hard I pressed. It would not engage. It would engage, however, if I were to flick the knife open. But of course, that's reasonable because you are putting the most pressure if you were to open it with the flick and the whip of the blade. You go like that or something, You're putting a lot of stress on that, on the liner lock and on the blade. So yeah, that would open it and that would give me good results. However, I'm one to use my thumb. I always use my thumb for opening. And the liner lock would not engage whenever that would happen. It was totally unacceptable. Some people said, I'm a strong believer that, if you get a product, say I buy my cell phone, turns out it's not working properly at all, it doesn't even turn on or something, I'm not going to be mad about it. I'll be like, contact the manufacturer. I'm like, hey, you know what? Your phone doesn't work. I need a replacement or I need this repair. Okay, we'll send us a phone or whatever. Okay, fine. Send them the phone. You get it repaired. No problem. I don't have no problems with, my laptop, more expensive purchases and things like that. Sure. No problem. But whenever you start talking about defects coming to knife that should have not passed quality control, and it is so easy to pick up in quality control. If anybody handled this knife, they would immediately tell you there's something wrong with the liner lock if they can't open it up with their thumb, and if they need to press hard on the blade just to open it with two hands. There's something wrong with the blade if that happens. I don't know how they managed to slip this by quality control. I was disappointed in Buck itself. The knife, I love it. It's very nice. Now that it's fixed, I fixed it. It's good. I'm happy with it. Great knife. I totally think it should be worth it. I think it's worth the money. It really is. Is it worth more? I don't know. I need to test it more before I can say that. So far though, I think it's worth the $45 that I paid for it, shipped to my house, taxes and everything included. However, I don't know if it's worth more. I need to do more testing, but the liner lock issue, come on, Buck. How can you let that slide? That's so critical. I mean, had I not inspected the blade to make sure it was working properly, and I just immediately took out the box, started using it, I could have gotten hurt. I could have lost a finger, maybe 2 fingers, gotten cut really deep, very bad. Maybe it could even cause death, somehow. Maybe if I was sat in the forge and I took it out, cut my finger off, that could have been death. I could have bleeded out or something, Not acceptable. Not acceptable at all. I understand you had problems with the alignment issue, but the liner lock, not acceptable. I will have to reconsider buying Buck again. I'm not saying I won't buy Buck again, and I'm not saying that you guys should not buy Buck again. But personally, on my own personal level, that liner lock crossed the line for me, and I don't know if I'll be buying Buck again. I'll see though. However, I understand, and I'm not stupid to think that I paid $40 for a blade. I should be getting the quality control of a $200 Savenza. I understand, and that's why I said I would have to reconsider. I would have to be very considerate of buying Buck again. I would have to really do some research, make sure that blade that I'm buying is good and it's getting some quality control on it. There's some money going into quality control. Alright, my 15 minutes is up, so I better go ahead and wrap it up. Great blade, bad defect. It's okay though, I managed to fix it, and yeah, great blade. See you guys.